Okay. So I wanted to just it's pretty late right now. It's 11:26 p.m. And so I wanted to make this quick. But before I get into what I'm going to be speaking about, I wanted to clear something out. For context, just today, actually, earlier in the day, I bought a game that I've been wanting to play for quite a long time. I've been wanting to play it since like around the third month uh, that I got into Fire Emblem Heroes. Wait, no. Yeah. No, no, no. Yeah, yeah, around the third month, I got really interested in what the other games held, which before this, Fire Emblem Heroes, for anyone who cares, Fire Emblem Heroes is my first Fire Emblem game ever. Before that, I had always thought that Fire Emblem was way too serious. I always thought it had this weird, like, way too serious vibe to it that I just wasn't digging at all. And so, because of that, I was led to believe, things like, this is pretty lame and whatnot. I'm probably never going to play this game ever. And Smash Bros. Didn't really help it because before, when I was more of a noob and I needed to get good at Smash, uh, you know, I thought that Martha, Lucina, and Robin and Ike were just kind of broken, and I literally found that I could do nothing against them. And so, what that did for me in the end was destroy Fire Emblem for me. But then Fire Emblem Heroes came out, and I was very eager to give it a try, to give it a chance. And I said, you know what? All right, let's give it a chance. I loved it. 3 months in, I was so into it that I wanted to play one of the actual mainline games. And it was kind of hard to pick which one I was going to play because there was so many. And so eventually I came upon Fates. I was like, that's a really good, looks like a really good game and everything. I have a friend, his name is Angel. He's really into Fire Emblem. And he said, you know what, you should definitely do Fates. That's a really great game. Um, Great entry point. And so I said, oh wow, all right, that's even better, right? I just picked a game that happens to be a great entry point. And it went like that for about 3 months. I never got the game as much as like I always wanted to. There was a point where I wanted to go. I had the money for it to go to GameStop, but instead I bought Super Smash Bros. Because I had lost it like a loser, and I needed Smash Bros. And so, but long story short, I go through a lot. I read up on the game quite a bit. I don't want to. I hate spoilers, so I didn't try finding anything about it, but I knew what the premise of it was. And so today, just today, I finally got Fire Emblem Fates. And I got Birthright. Why did I get Birthright? For basically two simple reasons. Because I know nothing of the game, so it's hard for me to say, oh, I did it because it's a great game. My favorite units in this game, out of the entire Fire Emblem franchise, as I've told some of you before, if you guys remember it all, if you guys care, is Takumi. Takumi is my favorite character of all time. Because I can relate to him on an emotional level, on his personality and everything. I love Takumi, and so you know, I was just Fire Emblem Fates Birthright. I just wanted to have Takumi on the front cover art of my game that I bought. So I stumbled upon it today, and I bought it, and I was super ecstatic, right, to play it. My thoughts on it were whether you buy Birthright or whether you buy Revelations. Or, no, I mean if you buy Birthright or Conquest, depending on the one you buy, that's the kingdom that you're going to be supporting. Because I knew as much, like for what I researched, I know that at one point you make a decision on which characters you support. that you have to make a decision between Nohr and Hoshido, and the whole 9 yards, right? But I thought as soon as you pick the cartridge, that's whatever cartridge you pick, whether it be cover art with Nohr or Hoshido, that's the default one that you're gonna support throughout the whole game. And so that's why I picked Birthright. I was like, okay, cool. And turns out that it's not that at all. It is not that in the least sense. You actually get to choose. Well, fuck. Now I don't want to give any spoilers. Oh, dang it. Let's see here. Oh, how can I? Ah, man. Because I hate spoilers, so I don't want to give any. It's not what I thought, right? And now I'm stuck between a decision. I've actually, I'll just put a spoiler warning. I'm just gonna put a huge spoiler warning. I need to express myself here. And no, it's not like that. You get the decision to fight with Nohr or defend Hoshido. Now, this is an extremely tough decision for me. Why? Now, I'm just gonna go into it very quickly, being that this. Okay. So, we all have. For those of you who've played Fire Emblem Fates, any Conquest or Birthright, if you're still here and you haven't, please leave, because as much as I want you to stick around, you shouldn't, because this is full of spoilers, right? Okay, but with warning in mind. When you meet Nohr, for those of you who've met Nohr and everything, it's a very dark, gloomy, melancholic kingdom, right? It's dark. But what I've gotten from it is that, Camila, Elise, they, and Leo, Xander, kind of King Garon even, they feel very warm. Like, despite this kingdom being sort of dark and everything, these characters make it seem very warm. Like, even amidst so much disaster, there's still love. There's an immense connection, immense care, immense love. And it makes it kind of like a really beautiful situation where it's dark and everything, but between you and your family, everything is as beautiful as can be. I generally prefer to live in a dark place. I like dark colors, which, I mean, it doesn't really represent with pink. It's one of my favorite fucking colors of all time, but it doesn't really show there. But I generally like to be, closed off, alone, and in like a dark place. Not trying to be edgy there. And also, I have, just like everyone here, we all have our dark side. But I'm just another person who has just a darker side, that, and they really fall into this dark side. They get really fucking dark. Like, I'm sure, I'm not trying to be edgy, I'm not trying to be a special snowflake, I'm sure a lot of people go through that. But, when you get so dark, you eventually say, well, at least I say, I don't want to do this anymore. I need to be optimistic again. I'd like to think that I'm optimistic plus pessimistic. Like, if that's even a possible combination, but that's what I consider myself to be. And with Nohr, it feels natural. It feels like being dark is fine. I'm not sure if other people who are of the same mentality have the same feeling, but that's what I feel with Nohr. Okay, so I can relate to it. But, like I said, I'm more, I'd like to be more optimistic than pessimistic. And that's where Hoshido comes in. As dark as I am, as much as I like dark, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm in love with being dark. I'd love the light too. But, okay, That's where Hoshido kicks in. When I get dark, I generally I can't wait to see the light, right? I can't wait to see just being optimistic again. And that's where Hoshido comes in. To me, that's what they are. To me, they are optimistic. To me, they show chance of living, chance of surviving, being happy, peacefulness, that light that you always want to see when you're in your dark times. That's what Hoshido is. It's a sanctuary. It's something that I constantly find myself needing. And I would love to be in there. And then, the fact that I love Taco Meat to death. And then all the other characters that I'm meeting. I mean, I already knew about them, but now that I'm meeting them... I mean, some I didn't know, like Queen Makoto and... Yukimura. I didn't know them before, but they're beautiful characters. I love all of them. So I'm stuck. I am extremely stuck. I don't know which side to pick. I really love the connection that Nohr has. I really, really love that everything is dark, but it doesn't matter. We all love each other, and that's what matters. Everything's dark, but we're okay. I love that from Nohr. And that would make living in the dark even better than it already sounds. But things can get too dark for me, and eventually I'm going to want to see the light, and I'm gonna want to have light in my life. I'm going to want to be optimistic, and that is something that I can have with Hoshido, and on top of that being with my favorite characters, Takumi. So I'm really stuck, and I don't know what to pick. Quite frankly, really stuck. Oh man, it's a tough decision. In fact, I put off picking tonight. I could have picked tonight, but I was like, what? I need to get out. Hopefully, some of you guys can help me. I really hope some of you care enough to help me, because I would really appreciate it. Nonetheless, I would really appreciate it if some of you guys gave help. I would really appreciate it. I'll say it again. I really would. So yeah, I'm just stuck between that, and I hope I explain myself good enough. So yeah, that's it. If I review this and I find that I didn't express myself